What's your name?
It's Koda.
Koda Mehalba.
Yeah. Me helba, you helba, we helba.
We Halba.
I wumbo,
Me
you
Halba. We, she, they,
She,
them, blue hair.
Wumbo.
Halba.
Not the blue hair pronouns.
Not the blue hair. We have to add that.
Hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, we're excited to have you. You have such a soothing voice.
Oh,
it's
thank
true.
you.
Whenever I talk to someone with a soothing voice, I have to match their energy.
That is so nice of you to say. Thank
Unfortunately, that's
going to last 2 seconds with
that.
Koda and I. We're going to be like,
Honk. The community's coming after you.
yes. Well, it's all of that.
Give us the drag queen.
Yes, the drag queen is here today for the first time on Masc for Mascara Season 2.
Now, everyone guess who's the mask and who's the mascara.
I feel better, yeah. Thank you.
I'm the mask.
Yeah.
But I am Dr. Viola Voilà,
And I'm Koda Mehalba.
and we're joined today by Leeza, tarot expert, mystic, light witch, part mermaid.
Yep, part mermaid.
Question mark?
Yes, if there is water, I want to be in it.
Yes. I was like that as a child, and then I got swimmer's ear in it. Now I can't go under the water without sharp shooting pain in
Oh
my
my
ear.
gosh, what a
Still?
bummer.
Yeah. So is there such a thing, mermaid now, land mermaid?
Oh, absolutely.
For sure.
Retired
Paddleboarding mermaid?
Yeah, paddleboarding mermaid. Yes.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to get into our card reading that
I
we'll do in a
know.
little bit. Yeah. So where did you and Koda first meet?
At the Ipswich Farmers
Homegrown
Market. Yeah, the
market.
homegrown market.
It was the Creative Collective.
No, it
one
was
of
the
those?
homegrown market with
Yeah,
Dana.
at, True North.
I was having like the worst day, and I was like, I'm gonna treat myself and go to the farmer's market.
What'd you end up getting?
A tarot reading.
Ooh. And what happened in that reading, if you don't mind sharing?
I honestly didn't. I send you a picture, and I was like, hey, I gotta be honest, I forget what happened during this reading because I was so into it. Like,
What did the cards
So.
say?
you know, I'm gonna be so real. I don't remember.
I remember a couple of the cards because we had picked up some of what your future person might be like, too.
Oh, that's true. There was something that I was to look out for, and I think it was birds.
Birds.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I remember the Emperor came in, but then there was like
wow.
I think it was like the Six of Wands or something,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
victory, success, triumph.
And I was like, okay.
Yes.
Okay, Slay.
Yes.
Yes.
And I do so many readings. I apologize. That's all of the cards that I remember. But we pulled other ones.
I'm just
too.
amazed that you
Yeah.
remembered any of them.
Well, I remember
because I didn't
love,
remember.
I specialize in love readings. So
Oh, you
whenever
do?
we're holding space for love. Yes.
Can
Yeah.
that love be transferred? Meaning, it could be a love for a passion. Like when I'm asking a question per se.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Because I'm
yes.
here in drag today.
Yes.
As Dr. Viola Voilà. And of course, I want to ask
Doctor,
about my
doctor.
drag career and my passions.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you already have love. Boo.
I already have love. yeah.
Boring.
We
Yeah.
just celebrated
Tomato, tomato. Boo.
11 years this week.
Oh,
And we're all very happy.
congrats. That's beautiful.
That's so cool.
You.
Yes.
11 years is.
Isn't that insane? I'm only 12.
A child bride.
A child's bride.
DCF.
What were you going to say?
I totally forgot.
Okay, good.
It was probably.
There's a lot of
something
that
like
on
being a
here.
child bride. Yeah.
I'm just talking. Yes, lots of talking.
Well, I love to talk,
Yes.
especially tarot.
And you specialize in love readings, and Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and
Yes, it
Hallmark is
is.
foaming at the mouth.
Yes.
So I feel like it's only right that we talk about love readings and
Absolutely.
do a little bit of that. And you've expressed wanting to do it more on your passions because you're just happily married and living everyone's dream. And and we're very excited and happy for you.
Thank you. I've actually only done 2 readings before.
Oh, really?
Because I don't know, I was always skeptical.
Yes.
And then I was afraid because I would watch my friends get their readings and I'd be like, oh no, I don't think I could handle, like, I don't know, a negative reading or something that I
Yes.
would perceive as ominous or
Absolutely. It's
like
You're
this.
like, I actually came in with certainty, and now I'm leaving scared and afraid.
Exactly. Or questioning, like, I might run into a mysterious woman. Like, who is she? Like, but both readings I had, it was from the same reader. He described it as like he was picking up on my energy. And so I was like, oh, maybe he just gave me great readings because that's what I wanted. So I'm excited to hear more about how you read tarot and how you got into it.
absolutely.
Would you like to first describe your background?
Absolutely. And I actually, if I could say something about the fear, because that is a very common thing where people are a little worried of like, oh, the cards might not be what I want to hear, or they might be negative. And there's all different kinds of readers out there for sure. The type of person that I am when I'm offering a reading is always with the intention for the message for the highest and best of my querent or client. So it's all about, holding space for the shadow, but not like letting them leave the table worried about, if they pulled a card that's a little bit lower energy.
So do we think that he told me great, nice things just because I wanted it, though?
Or just, you're a star.
I mean, you have brilliant nights, yes. And I've actually personally, I've had a reading before that at the end of it, I decided it just does not resonate, and nothing's set in stone. That's the beauty of tarot. Even the lines on our hands change over time. So as you're receiving a reading, it's really up to you of like, does this resonate? And using your own discernment of, okay, this is like what I need to empower, or maybe it was a catalyst to decide that's not my path too. So which is very important.
I love it.
Yes. And to answer your question,
Yes.
I was born in Italy.
Wow.
And then we kind of moved all around, and I spent probably the longest time in my life in Groveland. So I'm a Groveland girl for life.
Where's Groveland?
Groveland, it's right near Haverhill.
I'm a new
Newburyport.
Mass hole.
Like, oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Welcome.
Relatively new. It's been only, 8 years now?
Yeah, so I went to Pentucket, so it's Groveland, Merrimack, and West Newbury that like have this little trifecta.
Did you have family here, or what drew your family?
My mom is American. Okay. My dad is Sardinian. They met in Tunisia in Northern Africa.
That's so wild.
Yeah. So they have like this cool story of meeting. But my mom's family's all here, so we kind of settled in the area about an hour away from like my grandparents.
You're also North Shore royalty.
Royalty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Explain more.
Comes from incredible lineage.
Oh. Say more.
I was talking about my upbringing. I grew up in a restaurant. So
Which restaurant?
it's a little place in Newburyport called Giuseppe's.
Ooh, I've heard of it.
Yep, I'm one of
I feel like I've
Giuseppe's
been.
daughters.
Or
Probably
someone
have.
recommended.
There's-
Was it Dana? One of our guests, I feel like, was like, go there.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
pretty sure it was Dana.
Yeah. Did she work there? Was that the place?
Maybe. She worked at...
The Thirsty
Thirsty
Way.
Way.
Oh, yes,
But she
she
recommended
does. Yes.
Giuseppe's.
Her mom actually used to work at the restaurant too.
Oh my God.
wow.
Yeah.
This
Yes.
world gets smaller and
Oh, it really
smaller.
does. Yeah.
Like, what are the odds that we would just pull more people that know each other?
I know.
Bonkers.
Yeah. We did sell it in 2021, so we're no longer affiliated with what's going on now, but blessings to them, but it was a huge part of my upbringing. I also know if I could work there, I can work anywhere. So it was like very empowering, managing a restaurant. I have so much respect for anyone doing that kind of work.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Stress central. But it was a catalyst of me learning about like, okay, so how do I deal with this wild anxiety as an empath in a very chaotic place,
Ooh, can you describe your empath
Yes.
energy more?
Yes.
Because my partner
absolutely.
characterizes himself as an empath too. And there's just certain days where he's like, I have to unload all this energy from all the people I had to interact
Absolutely.
with today.
Yes, and sometimes it's very subtle. We don't even realize it till the end of the day of like, oh, this isn't even my stuff,
So how does it work for you?
So for me, so people would tell me my whole life, like, oh, you're such an empath. I'd roll my eyes and I'd be like, yes, I know, I'm a very emotional creature. The way I like to describe it is you can walk into a room, no one's told you anything. You don't know anyone even, but you get the vibe. You understand like, oh, that person's upset over there. They're really happy or whatever it is. It's just an energy reading, feeling type of thing. That I think many people can relate to. We all have it to different degrees. I truly believe everyone is gifted. We all have keys for each other, and it's up to us if we want to uncover and develop and evolve it's like our natural birthright. It's really the psychic ability thing. It's their basic human senses. Some of us are more clairvoyant, we're more visual. Some of us are more clairaudient, we're more auditory. I feel all empaths are clairsentient automatically, which is like, when you know, but you don't know why you know, but you know that you know, and you know that you can trust it. It's just kind of ingrained in you. But coming back to your question, so I've always been a bit of a mystic and like drawn to all kinds of like occult imagery or symbolism. I've especially with movies, there's tarot cards in movies and like the person with the crystal ball telling people's fortunes.
Haunted Mansion.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
obsessed.
practical magic.
Yes.
Yeah, I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch growing up, all of that type
Death
of thing.
becomes her.
Oh yeah.
I thought that's
great
what you were
movie.
pulling
Yes,
from,
I-
right?
yeah.
Yes.
Partially.
Oh, totally. Yes. Yes. And as time went on, my mom's also very spiritual and mystical herself too. And she gave me my first deck. I was about 17. But then as I started to, go through my 20s, I got really into energy work, Reiki specifically. I'm Reiki level 2 practitioner.
I have a friend that,
Oh, changed my life.
Wait, how many levels are there?
There's 3. There's
three,
Reiki
okay.
Master's the 3rd level.
Is that where you have to just like go and live with a mentor in the mountains for 2 years? And
I mean, I'm sure the best ones do. And then actually the real catalyst that exploded everything for me, I went to Montserrat College of Art in Beverly.
Oh, no way. Cool.
Yes, yep. I'm a painting major and a creative writing minor, which I joke with people that equals tarot reader.
yes, it does.
Of
course.
It
I
does.
see it.
It's art and word, and that's what the tarot is all about. And so I was I was a sophomore, and I went to study abroad in Italy in a beautiful place called Viterbo, and I ended up working with them for about 5 years. I got to go for 5 years to these beautiful places, and one of the destinations that all the art students would go to is a place called the Tarot Garden, Il Giardino dei Tarocchi. It's like an amazing magical art sculpture park where Nikki de Saint Phal, the artist that was behind the whole property, she created all these structures, and she actually lived like in the Empress, but they're all like groovy buildings. I highly recommend everyone to look it up just to see it, because it's just a magical place. But because I was able to go here 5 years of my life every single summer in July, and I'd go visit all of these just very cool just the energy, but also the symbols and the archetypes that were just brought to life in this beautiful surrounding. And that's where I ended up getting my first deck. Actually, the first year I didn't have a deck with me, so I had a little app on my phone.
Oh, cool.
And I still have memories. I'd sit on my little balcony and like pull cards on my phone, and I was still receiving great, support or advice for what I was asking questions about. But then I got my deck, and ever since then, it's just kind of been like, I would say a healthy obsession. I had all the books. I'd put down cards and spreads. I'd do like 3 or 4 different spreads a night, check 3 different books of like, what do they all mean? And it was really with that practice, especially because I'm a kinesthetic learner. So I'd like take all these notes. I'd stay up late, like taking notes about the tarot. And I did the same thing with crystals too. I just soaked it all up.
Now, as an artist, like, have you ever felt called to make your own deck of cards with your own art and stuff?
I've actually started. I have like the Fool. It's like a faint outline of the Fool
so
has
cool.
begun. So eventually I would love to. I don't know why I have like a little block in this moment in time. Maybe it's just not the right time yet. But I would, and maybe it's because I was working too small. I kind of have an image of like big paintings that then you take pictures of and
Shrink
become
down.
the deck itself. So we'll see what happens with that. Maybe
That's
there'll be
cool.
like a tarot collective deck someday.
That'd be
Fabulous.
so cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hoping for
That
that.
would be beautiful.
What deck is this that you brought with you?
So I use the Golden Universal deck. It's inspired by the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, made by Pamela Coleman Smith. She was commissioned by Arthur E. Waite to create the deck. And so I love this one because it's reminiscent of that one, but it's got its own thing. There's like all of these sparkly, like
Ooh, I love sparkle.
gold foil.
Ooh.
Yes, anything that sparkles or glimmers or shines, I'm like, yes, please. And it's been well loved, as you can see. I've got like essential oils around it and everything. But it's a deck that has just resonated for now. And then sometimes I'll have like an oracle deck or like other decks to clarify. But really, it's the one I need.
What are your favorite type of readings? Meaning, I know in the past I've done like 3-card readings, 5-card readings.
Yes. Yes. I do a version of the Celtic Cross when I'm doing, especially if it's a longer reading. If I'm doing a shorter reading, like a 20, 30 minute, I call it a mini Celtic Cross, where it's just like the 6 main cards in the center. But to start out, and especially for beginners that are starting out, I did so many. It was 3, 3, 3. What was, what is, and what will be, or what could be. And it's very easy because you can look at it vertically, horizontally. They all kind of speak to each other, and there's like a lot of cards down that you can kind of get some juice for a reading.
Yeah.
Do we have time for us both to do that kind of a reading?
I feel like that would be
yeah.
cool because then we can like break into subjects as they come along.
Yeah, I like that
Absolutely.
too. Do
Yeah,
you
I
want to
think
start,
it's
Koda? I'm an observer.
Sure.
Yes.
So when you interpret the cards, can you describe the experience you go through while you're reading them? Meaning, I don't know, I've been listening a lot to the telepathy tapes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Like people will use the term downloads, and I
Yes.
think
Yes.
of that as like Are you reading? Is it like an internal process, or is it an external process, or both? Like,
What a great question. So the term I like to use when I'm reading is I'm a channeler. There's all different terms. Mystic, intuitive, all of that still falls in line. But when we're channeling, because that's something that even artists and musicians do. So I feel that there are moments within a reading, and sometimes, I've actually had many moments where it's like, this isn't even in the cards. It's something I feel compelled to say in this moment. I don't know why. And I've learned to trust it because I always question it in my head.
How does it come to you? Is it an image, a feeling, a
I
color?
would say it's more of a feeling, and especially when it's in a reading, because we're using words to express. It's more like fragmented phrases, or like a spark of an idea that all of a sudden I'm compelled, like, I must share this, it's really, honestly, it's so subtle. Even working with spirit guides and angels, you'd think like, oh, all of a sudden there's this misty apparition and there's my angel. But it's really subtle. I love working with Archangel Michael in specific. Very protective energy that like just helps me feel empowered. And working with him, I've noticed that it's like the voice in your head, it's not always you that is speaking, right? So a lot of times you can kind of learn to discern of, like, for instance, I have a sister in spirit who passed away in 2009, who is also a big reason of why I'm doing what I do. She kind of opened the door to the spirit realm for me. And you kind of get a sense of the different energies coming through. Just the more you practice, too. Everyone, all of the guides, all the angels and spirits, they all have a different resonance or frequency or feeling, too. A lot of it is like when my sister comes in, it's like a big love fest.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
So when you're doing readings, how would you recommend the person you're interacting with to feel or get into the reading itself? Or is it more of like, come as you are?
Absolutely. So it's always come as you are, 100%. Everyone is always invited to the table. I do find that some people's energy can be more open or closed. So in the cases where it feels a little bit more closed, I might encourage to do a visualization where it's either like a ball of light that's surrounding your body, or roots of light growing from your feet that are kind of connecting you, grounding you down. Because over time, and it's not really their fault or my fault when it's there's some blockages there. But I have found that the more you can just kind of encourage to be comfortable and authentic, and it's like, we're not trying to please anyone. We're just trying to hold space for healing and for messages to come through that help you along on your path.
That's
So Koda, what are you going to ask in your reading?
I don't know.
Well, Leeza specializes in love.
I guess we'll do it.
No pressure, too, because if there's other areas.
It's interesting, too, because I felt like a shift in myself. I used to be like a serial monogamous person. Like I went from relationship to relationship to relationship. And then I had one breakup that and I saw you after at Homegrown Market, and one breakup, and it just kind of like stopped me in my tracks. And I was like, I'm so thrown by this like pattern and this like, I don't know, string of relationships that I've been in. Like, what am I supposed to be learning from this? And then I kind of stopped and like have been taking this time to like talk to people, get to know people, date, get a little more curious about what makes more sense for myself. So I think that love readings, I would always predict before they would happen. So I'd be open to it. I think it would be cool.
Beautiful.
See what's coming, what's happening.
With that being said, I will invite you to cut the deck. Okay. No wrong way to do so. Perfect. Awesome. All right. I got my chunk of selenite with me.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that.
Say, you have a
very
ring
fancy
on too.
coaster.
Yes.
But I wouldn't set a drink because it looks a little, uneven.
It might be a little topsy-turvy for a drink. It's a really great purifying stone. It's a stone that can help cleanse other items, even other crystals. And this one I love because I got it in New Orleans.
So if you're doing many readings, does it cleanse like in between people?
Yes. It
It's
that
like the
and
ginger of a sushi plate.
Ooh, yes.
it's a palate cleanser.
Yeah,
Yes, you could totally see that. Absolutely. It's also has a lot of moon energy. It's named after Selena, the moon goddess. So even with that, I feel like it inspires intuition in different ways as well.
Now the ring that you have, is it moonstone?
It is a moonstone.
I had the exact same ring.
Cool.
Isn't that cool?
Cool.
I was like,
yes.
I've seen that ring
It's got
before.
like a little bit of blue flash
Yeah,
in
it's
it too that
beautiful.
I'm just obsessed with. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's cool,
I love
right?
that. I was born on the waning moon, so I love that. All right, so for Koda,
All right,
And I'm just
let's
going to
see.
do like the mini Celtic
Yeah,
cross. That
let's
feels
do
right? Okay. I'm just going to set all the cards out
Every time I look
here.
at them, I'm like, that looks great. What is
Yes.
that?
This is beautiful. And I know, so first out, you may have been drawn, okay, we got the devil card here.
Hey, everyone.
Dun, dun, dun.
But I'm really grateful to talk about the devil card today because I think that that's probably the main card that holds people back from ever wanting to touch a deck at all. And I have a lot to say about that card. I could honestly just have the whole podcast just be about that. But let's come back here to the center, all right?
Okay.
We have this marvelous Page of Swords and a Five of Cups. I don't know if I should like hold them up just for a minute. So this is, the Page of Swords is the page of air. And kind of even what you were just talking about too. It's someone that comes in with the gift of communication, of speaking their truth authentically, empowered, but more from like the logic, rationality of the mind. Also, best tool ever to cut away what no longer serves you, right? And you just sounded like you were going through some changes in that as well. Now, with the Page of Swords is the Five of Cups, which it's a card of grief, of sorrow, of sadness, of processing a deep emotion as well. And you just mentioned a relationship that, you know, touched you in that way. So I'm guessing that's why it's coming up in that way.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and you know what? I honor that. Myself included. I've been on some love adventures that I really look at a lot of them now as beautiful catalysts for that deeper healing and kind of opening up the heart when at some moments it might have felt closed down.
Right.
You know, but then it's like, okay, you know what? I can empower myself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally.
And I hope this doesn't ruin it for anyone, but I also call this the sad Batman card.
Sad Batman.
Yes. Because it's really, it's someone that looks like Batman, but is someone who, we all have superhuman abilities. You know, we have this incredible magic, this beautiful energy that flows through us, but at the end of the day, we are human. And so when there is sorrow or grief, it's really important to hold space for that, to look at what has left or been released. But the reminder in this card, because we have 3 cups in the foreground that have spilled out and then 2 cups behind that we just haven't seen yet. So I almost want to say something of these options that are showing up for you. There might be more than one person that's trying to come through in terms of love.
They always do.
How many, Koda? How many?
What's a few cups between friends?
Yes.
So
2
great.
or 3, 5 cups.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And these cups are filled, you know, and cups are water energy. So we can get kind of mushy-gushy when the cups come in as well, because we're talking about deep feelings, you know, things that are under the surface that want to be seen. Now, under this, we have the Ace of Wands, which is the Ace of Fire. Very passionate, very expressive, and also very phallic. But there's
Not
this...
that.
Not that.
Mom, I have something to say. And it's going to take you by surprise.
But
No,
there's
never mind.
so
It's not
much
that.
magic that comes in with this card. We have so much growth that's happening on this wand. There's a lot of leaves. But it's also, it's like the universe is coming to give you this magical tool to create and inspire excitement. And like, ooh, I'm getting out of bed and I'm excited to go do that thing. You know, there's a lot of fire that comes in with this. And in terms of expression, I wonder if there's something, you may already be doing it. And I mean, even here, you're already doing it. There's something creative that is important in your love journey. And this is under the surface. So I almost feel like it's something that maybe you're not doing as much or needs to be, it needs to be focused on a bit more, like the creative aspect in your life of like, I'm expressing and being authentic, and then that person is going to see my fire because I'm being authentically me in this moment. That's when we fall in love with people, you know? Now, the past position is this Four of Wands card. That we could call it the foundational card. It's a beautiful card because it's a card of reunions, of get-togethers. This is also like if I'm predicting a wedding, this is the card. It's like a marriage card too. It's in the past.
You're getting married again?
I know. I just got married. So.
Yeah. But I'm going to view this more of like the community around you. I mean, it could be, you know, someone that you met through family or friends and such. Yeah. But this is, it's also telling me you have great connections of support that are behind you in this foundational area as well, that help to inspire that heart, you know, of growing and healing and doing all that good stuff. Now, let's come to this devil, okay?
It's not what you think.
It's not. And, you know, at first look, it's like, oh my gosh, so haggard. But then when we spend time with it and we look at it a little bit closer, it's a card of the shadow. You know, so I was raised very Catholic. I don't know if either one of you have any kind of Christian background. But I mean, in many religions, there's like this fear of Satan that is instilled. And this card has nothing to do with Satan. It is about our shadow. It might be about pain or suffering. It can also be about the way we think about things, our habits, or addictions, or, you know, the way that we view the world around us, but perhaps more in a shadow negative type of way. Now, there is some people in the foreground here that seem to be chained to this podium where the devil is looming over. But if we look very close, that chain is uber loose. It's almost like not that it's like an easy choice of like, oh, I can just take it on and off. But there is a possibility and the ability to free ourselves of those shackles as well. My take on it's more of like a Beauty and the Beast type of vibe. It's like, or the monster in the closet that like you poke your head and it's like, hey, it's okay, you can come out now. I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna cradle you like a baby and you're allowed to stay. I'm not gonna excommunicate that part of me that is so real and needs that attention. You know, and it's the same thing like even with depression and anxiety. I think a lot of time, you know, we're told to, you know, kind of mask it or you know, go in the corner if
Show
you're
up
not
as the
feeling
best
nice,
version of
you know?
yourself.
Yes, which, you know, that's that toxic positivity type of thing. But here we're allowing all of it, all of the good and the bad. It doesn't make us good or bad either way. It's just who we are, and it's the healing part of it. So it's also talking about the work that you have been doing, because this is above the surface, right? You may have already been looking at certain parts of yourself that it's like, you know what? That's something that is me, and whether it's in my highest and best, I'm going to hold it, and I'm not going to run away from this part that needs to be seen and validated. So this at the top here, it can also be very much about, you know, passion and the way that we connect with others, you know, whether it's for something that feels more, we could say concrete, but there is a sense of needing to play a little bit with this energy as well. So hopefully that resonates. How does that feel? I just want to check in.
No, it's true, especially if it being like above the surface. It's definitely relevant. I feel like I've been like for the first time in like forever. I like went into therapy like very intentionally to be like, we're doing it. Mental health is starting. We're doing it now.
Awesome.
And it was like after that experience of that breakup, I was like, I can't keep living for other people. Like I really have to address the things that I like keep in the closet to, you know.
And that's the shadow work right there. Whether you call it shadow work or not, that's like, and it's hard work. Not everyone's here to do that.
Oh, it sucks. Yeah. Because then if you're doing it, you're like, well, everyone else must be doing it too. And they're not.
Not
so then you're like,
yep.
I don't know how to meet you where you are because I'm not there anymore. So it's like a lot of changes that happen there too. The people around you, I don't know. Like it just starts to change. Yeah.
Well, it's, you know, it's beautiful because it's telling me you're having some compassion for that part of yourself
for
too.
sure.
I love that. Bravo.
Thanks.
Now we have the Four of Pentacles moving forward. All right. This is a card of kind of holding back a little bit. It's someone that, and actually a lot of times I'll get this card for people who are very empathic or very gifted, and it's like, you have these bright, shiny lights that are emitting from you, but we're holding them close to our heart. There's 4 pentacles, 2 under each foot, 1 really close to the heart, and 1 just balancing on the head. And it's kind of like, people see it. Like, you're a dazzling creature over here. But there's a sense of maybe feeling, you know, holding back. Maybe it's feeling a little vulnerable still. So we might not be in a place where we're like setting out to go find the one in this moment. We're still actively working and becoming our best self.
Is there a cat in that card?
Yeah, my cat is not in any of these cards.
It's under the
she's
cloak.
a big part of this. Yeah, she is the little ball.
Yes.
She's curled up, and that's her.
I love that.
That is so true. She's a massive part of this.
I have a cat like that too. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, God, they're the best.
Yes. And pentacles are earth energy too. So it's about grounding down and feeling centered and balanced in the physical realm of where we're at. So I kind of want to pull one more card just for this final outcome. And we'll also, we'll just ask, I don't know if there's anything around love, if there's any other like little side question.
Yeah. I guess, have I met them yet would be like a good,
okay.
like, do I know this person or is this someone that is like coming in?
Okay.
If I know this person, how well do I know this person?
I'm going to pull 2 cards in that case.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh, Wheel of Fortune.
Must have a lot of clarity surrounding
Yes.
that. I have,
We
no
have-
more questions, actually.
This is a very lucky card. It's the Jupiter card. And it's coming in with the Seven of Wands, which kind of goes hand in hand with what we've been talking about, especially with this Four of Pentacles. This goes right next to it because it's someone who's all armored up, all guarded, holding a wand. And wand, again, it's fire, right? So it's like our passion. And there's other wands that are coming up at this person. So I almost wonder if... because of this healing journey that you're on, if there is someone that is drawn to you, you almost felt like, whoa, that's like a lot of energy, you know? So there might be some, we could call it a block that is occurring with certain people that may already be in your life that are interested, but we're kind of pushing them back a little bit because it's like, we're guarded now, we're protected. You know, I'm not just letting just anyone in here. This Wheel of Fortune, though, is telling it's very similar to the when we held space before for your last reading. Like, absolutely, someone is coming in. Okay, these wheels are turning. There's a sense of how we're thinking about it, though. Yeah. The Wheel of Fortune is the karma card. It's like what we put into the wheel is what we get back. And sometimes it's important to kind of keep I like to call it the inner critic or our ego in check. You know, that moment that it's like, oh, really? You think you're going to have love again? It's like, yes, my inner nurture is going to come forward and be like, I deserve it. I am worth it. And it is here for me. I just have to, be available to kind of have the space to let it be and to cultivate and grow and evolve and all that good stuff. Really that's positive cool. Message there at the end. And it's just that reminder of and also it's kind of a compliment of like, you are safe, you are protected, you've done it, but you maybe have done so much that we're very safe, where a little bit of vulnerability and letting people in just to see that authentic self too.
That's probably true.
Spin the wheel, Koda.
I love it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Thank you for
You're
for
so
that.
welcome. You're
was
very
really cool.
welcome.
I always feel like whenever I felt this the last time though is like I feel really connected to when you're saying things that it feels less of like a prediction and more of like a I don't know, just but I don't know. It doesn't feel like a prediction in the same way of like an possibilities, right? But it feels more of like what I'm imagining for as a possibility rather than a prediction, and it's way more comforting to approach it that way than just being like, and here's how it's gonna happen.
Yes,
you're gonna like get on this train platform, and you know what I mean. Like it feels less manicured in that way.
How much of the reading do you think is fate? And in terms of like taking action,
like what's already sown versus what's like
so this describes Koda now, but like what if Koda had another reading tomorrow?
Yes.
Or would you recommend that?
You can have as many readings as it feels right in your heart. Like when I first started, I was like every day several readings.
You get a card and you get a card.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like that
Look
one.
under your card.
Another one.
It's definitely part of my practice though of just like developing of like what is this all about. I just was like I must know. But I will say that what you're asking about too is, and it's something I love to think about, is free will versus destiny, right? Because there is some things are destined. They are in the stars. We're born. I believe in soul contracts that we came in. We kind of had an idea of what we're getting into. We might have even chosen our parents and all that, predicament, all of that unfolds. But then at the end of the day, just like a tarot reading, nothing is set in stone. So if we have, and that's why it can be really helpful to kind of like, dip your toe in and look ahead to the future. But also keeping in mind that you're the one that's in charge. I'm not in charge of it. You get to be, and that's the type of way I kind of go about it, because I don't want power over other people's lives. I would love to support and hold space, and encourage growth and healing. But I will never, that whole fortune teller vibe that we saw in the movies, it's not the way I like to think about tarot. But respect to others that do, because there's all different kinds of readers. I love the ones that are like, this is how it's going to go, and very specific.
There's kind of a comfort to that, and you're like, well, that takes all the pressure off of me to have to do anything.
I just won't even lift a finger.
You know what? That sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Me next.
Okay. I'll sweep them up.
I'm excited for
Awesome.
you. It's so interesting though, because I feel like you're a big part of that reading too.
I was in there.
You were in there for sure.
I was Batman. No.
Well, doing things creatively, like I've definitely started focusing more of my career and like my time and my energy. I think I was so focused on relationships that I was losing sight of what made me magnetic in that way, and it was doing theater, singing, being able to like gab with you.
Our next guest is going to be your soulmate. I feel it.
Oh my goodness.
Is this pre-planned?
I love that.
Who knows?
And I mean, that makes a lot of sense because even, I mean, you've inspired me just within the last few weeks of getting to know what you're all about. And I actually said this to you too. Anyone that is making their magic and sharing it with the world is like, you're just a gem.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
too, though. You're doing it.
Thank you. Thank you. I like to think so. All right. I thought I was done, but I got to do one more bridge.
So where can we find you?
Oh, yes.
Either online or like to get a reading from you.
Yes.
Do you do readings over the phone? Can I Zoom?
Yes,
Skype you?
I love Zoom readings. I actually really do love Zoom readings. And I feel like most people are, the preference is in person. But I encourage try a Zoom reading too, because you get to stay cozy in bed. You get to take all the notes, and then I get to record it. So you have like a piece
You
that
can
I
watch
can
it
send
later.
you. Yes, it can be really helpful.
Because I know at least I reached out to you through Instagram, and it's the Tarot Collective.
The Tarot Collective. That is my business name. But emailing me at thetarotcollective@gmail.com, or connecting on social media. I tend to be on Facebook more than Instagram. Like,
I mean, you still responded, I think, within 24
it took
hours.
me a couple days.
And you were still like, so sorry. I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, I'm working on my Instagram game, but there's a lot in the works for that this year.
Yeah, so for this reading, I would love for it to be focused on, like, I don't know, this past year for me, I just finished season 1 of podcasting and brought Koda on for season 2.
Cool.
And just like, I feel like my life is going on this new path of like combining my knowledge, my skills, and my background, but enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, and connecting with people and like wanting to put my love and my passions and back into my community. So I would love if this reading could, like, I don't know, just talk about the past, the present, and the future in terms of that journey.
Yes. So maybe we should do the 3-3-3 one.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Let's
okay,
do
cool.
it.
We'll do one reading.
I'm so excited for you.
The 3-3-3.
Yes.
3-3-3. I'm
Yes.
excited to see what you got.
I will invite you to cut the deck with that intention in mind, with the fabulous nails. Love it. Ooh, that feels very intentional.
I felt it.
Me too.
No, sorry, that was me.
Yeah. Might have been my seltzer too.
Oh, I love this. Okay, we got the sun right front and center. The sun is my card. If you come
I'm
to
a Leo.
Tarot Talk.
Yes.
Oh, you are a Leo.
I live in the sun.
Okay, that's the Leo
I love
card.
the sun.
Me too. I have only one tattoo. It's the sun on my back. And it's a card of happiness, of joy, of bliss. It's also connecting with the inner child, of doing things of like younger you would be like, oh my gosh.
So is
like,
this past or
this
present?
is the past.
Okay,
this is
past.
what was.
Okay,
All right.
yes, I
This
love
is
that.
we could say the foundation.
Yeah, the foundation of
Yes.
the journey.
This is
Yes.
you putting on your mom's dresses.
Yes.
Well, I was just gonna say we do have a queen here.
There's a queen.
Absolutely, there's a queen. It does not surprise me. And in this case, the
Not
Queen of
derogatory.
Swords too, who honestly, I would say of all the queens is the most misunderstood.
Oh, why is
Right?
that?
So she is the queen of air, logic, reason. You got the Page of Swords. So in that same spirit, someone that's a bit more about the mind and rationality, and sometimes because of that can come off as a bit emotionally held back. And this is, it's in the past, so I don't know if any of that resonates with you. She's also fiercely loyal, fiercely protective. No one messes with her with that sword.
Oh, I love that.
Right? So I don't know if in the past you were able to kind of, whether it is protect yourself with your words, but also with that energy of just feeling empowered and knowing like, this is who I am. No one can take that away from me.
I did feel quite calculated, like when I started doing drag, meaning like I got my doctorate. I felt like I was in a good place in my life. I had my partner, and then I was like galvanized and ready to let myself finally pursue something that felt more like a passion.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And something I always say about the Queen of Swords too is she gets what she wants because she's able to set her emotions aside. So I don't know if there was, because I do, you are brighter than life, right? You got this wonderful flame, this wonderful fire. And there is this sense, I don't know if there were moments where you felt like you kind of had to dim it down in
for
certain
sure.
moments, but she's able to kind of set some of that aside and just be direct to the point. and considerate, but sometimes she can be a little sassy just because that
my
sword
goodness, that's
can be
my
sharp.
number one word people call me.
Sassy.
Sassy. At least my partner, yeah.
Sassy can be
Sassy.
good too. And so this is still in the past. We also have this Three of Swords card that we're going to hold space for, because it's a card of heartache, right? And again, in the past, I don't know if there was any kind of, and it could have been about love, it could have been about family, it could have been about a number of things. And the beauty of this card is it is just as much about the rebirth that happens in the healing of the heart. There's always a kind of a sense of it's raining in the background here. But it's a beautiful card of just that reminder of how do we process when our heart is hurting, you know, and it's, again, in the past here, but I wonder if I'm sure even your partner may have been a part of this heart healing as well. But there might have been a moment where, you know, even as a foundation, laying the foundation of who you are now, there might have been some, we'll call them matters of the heart that really were catalysts for that deeper healing.
Yeah.
And we'll hold that right there, right now. And then we got a beautiful angel coming in. We got the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Tower.
So this is the present.
Yes, this is now. This is
now.
what is, okay?
Now everyone usually runs
I know
and
the tower.
screams at the tower.
Yeah.
Ooh,
feel
okay.
like
So
I'm
I
gonna
love the Tower.
Yeah, I love the Tower
love
too.
The Tower.
Yeah.
Okay, the Tower shakes
We're
things
still
up.
talking about the cards.
I thought we were talking about Agatha all the way from Disney. And that scene, it was my favorite episode.
And that, you know what? That's the beauty of tarot, because you can bring in those associations as well. I love it. So I kind of want to start with the Tower in this one, even though we have these. So the Tower for me, it is, and you will hear so many readers talking about like, oh, everything is doom and gloom and everything's crumbling. No. Everything is just beginning, right? And the Tower that we once created, you know, and you know, talking about the past too, it was great when we first had it. And this could be like even the structure of how your career was first being laid. It was awesome. It got you to where you are now. But now there's this lightning that's striking, this fire that's occurring. And it's like all this passion, all of this excitement, all of this joy. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Oh, yeah.
And
Too much. Team too much.
You know what? That's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. There's a sense, though, in this card of, okay, we got to the point of like, this is bigger than we are now. We have to switch things up. The Tower either has to grow or we need to build on, or we just need to find another tower. And the Tower can symbolize sometimes even like where we're living, a relationship, our job, our structure, you know, all of that.
It is raining inside
foundation.
my house right now. So
No way.
What? Those ice dams on the roof.
I had a leak going on in my apartment.
Who knew?
too.
Who knew? No, it's ice dams. I still don't understand, but basically the ice freezes on top of your roof.
Yes.
And it sucks the moisture down through the roof.
I'm so sorry
It's
you're
crazy.
going through
Yeah.
that.
That's crazy.
So maybe there's an element of that with the Tower coming in as well.
Ice dams.
Ice dams.
And so we learn or we see, okay, we can't stay in this tower anymore. We have to jump. We can see it looks like they're falling. I like to say they're learning how to fly. And there's a reason, and I hope, again, this doesn't ruin it for anyone. We have an absolute rendition of Superman, right? Even in the right way. It looks just like Superman. So, yes, you have superhuman powers, right? And there's a lot of magic that comes with that release. It can feel very kind of scary when we're shaking things up, but usually it's because of that inner critic or the ego does not like change. So it's going to tell us all these stories of like, oh, really? You think you can do that? When the answer is absolutely yes.
Oh, yeah.
We got it going on here. Now, I love that we start that because the Seven of Pentacles, this is occurring now as well. This is a card of working really hard. I don't know if you've been feeling overworked or kind of.
All the time.
Okay, yes. This is a card where I like to remind, and this is a part of your expansion too, of rest is a huge part of productivity, right? So having, and I know it's like, it's not always what we want to hear because it's like, okay, I got things to do here. But just taking some moments where, whether we're either reflecting on this beautiful garden that you're creating.
My husband gardens.
Oh, okay. So there is a beautiful
Yeah,
garden.
there is a
we love
beautiful
this.
garden.
Yes, beautiful. But there's almost, if we look at the face of the person here, there's almost a sense of weariness in some ways. So I do like to see that card of, maybe we need some rest and some peace, or maybe like a sacred space, or even just like a check-in with our guides at some point of the day where it's like, okay, like please help me along this path and ease in some of the stress or some of the, you know, the extra things I'm putting on, because when we're creating the empire, the focus, the clarity is everything. And it sounds like you're a little bit like me, where it's like, oh, I want to put a lot of things on the plate and do them all at once.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, yeah.
when this is a card of like, we're gonna slow it down, we're gonna reflect, and we're gonna rest too. With this beautiful temperance, which I'm glad I just mentioned the calling your guides in thing too. Temperance is a card of balance, right? We're making balance in our life. And it's also someone that can walk in between realms. And I'm not sure if you're open to the concept of angels or spirit
Well,
guides.
I've been watching or listening rather to the telepathy tapes.
Oh, yeah,
and they
yes.
talk a lot about what you just mentioned, like the realms and a guide, and like in your dreams being able to reach some kind of spiritual guide. So I've been thinking about that a
Absolutely.
lot lately.
Yes. That's one of my belief systems that everyone, and I'm not saying you must believe like me too, I just like to share this, that everyone in this room, their whole spirit crew is here with us, and they're all like, oh yes, look at them have this fabulous film. So we are all so loved and so protected, whether it's our ancestors, the universe, our higher self, God, spirit guides, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of going to be a little bit different for all of us. But in this case, this wonderful angelic being who walks in between realms. There's 1 foot on land, 1 foot on water, and there's this mixing of this elixir of life that is just for you. No one else, just you. And I do like to see this card as it's an invitation to make sure you call us in for the ride, right? The number one rule of the spirit world is free will. So they're not just gonna like swoop in and save the day and like show us all of this and like bright sparkly letters flashing across. It's all very subtle work, but I will tell you, and the only way I could describe it is like I've personally had very miraculous type of moments when you just call them in too. So a little reminder of like, okay, yes, it's very easy to do, but I myself included, I forget to all the time. It's like in those moments I'm like, oh yeah, I got to call them in and connect and make sure that I'm feeling empowered and safe on my journey. Just a really beautiful card that's wanting to come in for you. Now, what are the next 3? Oh, okay. Well, we already got married. We're getting the marriage card again.
Yes, we still celebrate it. So
Oh, I love it. So, and you know what? This is a card of celebration. You know what? Because the what is so like heavily, especially with that 7 of Pentacles, it's like work. We're working a lot right now. This is like the celebration card. It's the harvest, right? We worked so hard. We're reaping what we sowed, and you've been planting some very wonderful seeds. So this is a card of celebration. We must celebrate, whether it is a get together, a reunion of sorts.
Pride is coming up.
Oh yeah, yes.
Already planning the gigs. Yeah.
Oh, I love. And then this Wheel of Fortune, like I was saying before with Koda, it's the Jupiter card. So it's always coming in with that luck and that fortune, but it's also that reminder of the mindset. It's the karma of like, how are we viewing ourselves as we're on this journey of the wheel turning? There's I didn't mention this before, but I will now. There's all of the fixed signs that are here that are helping, move along that energy in a very stable way. We have Leo the lion. We got Taurus the bull. This angel being is meant to be Aquarius. And then we have this one that looks kind of like a goose. It's meant to be an eagle for Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, I love it.
Like,
Yes.
we're both on this card.
We're on it.
Yeah. Oh, you are. That's so cool.
I think we need to go on Wheel of Fortune now.
Oh my gosh. Wheel of Fortune, absolutely. Yes. Why not?
You're like, what brings you to Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah.
We're like,
Well,
If you
we
tune
had this
into
tarot
episode-
reading from Leeza at the Tarot Collective.
I love that you both did get it. That's like fabulous. And actually Scorpio is cool because it could be a scorpion, a snake, an eagle, or the phoenix rising from the ashes.
cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool symbolism with Scorpio. And it's a card that it really is. It's kind of like, may the odds be ever in your favor, but you must believe it to be so. There's a lot of it's karmic. There's a lot of energy that might be swirling around us, and through all that chaos, we need to stay like our eyes are on the prize. Keep your eyes on that horizon of where you want to be. Because and I love that we started like right now. We're kind of at the 7 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is where we're headed, right? And
She looks like she's having a good time.
She
She
has
is
at
having
least
the
2
best
more
time.
pentacles
She has
than
a
you
bird.
do right now.
This is a card of peace, finding peace in your garden.
I need peace.
Yes. And not only that, it's an overflowing garden of abundance, of prosperity that is being, nice big giant coins in there too. So I do feel there are whether it is the development that's happening in this tower energy of like things are just kind of shaking up and sparking up, there's a sense of like we're going to this prosperous place where I won't have to be feeling weary. I'm going to be enjoying the garden and being my extravagant, wonderful self. That's all magical and sparkly.
I love this.
Yes.
You're amazing, Leeza.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're amazing. The cards are telling me. I actually didn't need the cards.
It's so clear though, like even just knowing you in the past year, it's like clear how hard you work. Like anytime I log on to Instagram, I'm like, dang, she's at another gig. Like she's doing this, she's doing that. She's on. She's like engaged with the community in a big way.
That's so inspiring.
It's
Yes.
people can tell, you know. So I don't think that's surprising at all.
I know. I saw the
you'll get
thing
what you
coming up
want.
at the cut. That sounds really cool.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Pride Blast Off. Yeah. With Illustrious Blacks, which might be a special guest
Cool.
on the
wow.
pod coming up. Ooh, stay tuned.
Love it.
Yeah. Get tickets at thecut.com.
Cool.
What is that?
It's a band. Yeah. It's a group. They're like a really cool.
Are you playing with them? Like, what's
yeah, I'm hosting.
No way.
Yes.
I thought it
But
was
it's
so
a
sick.
fundraiser for Cape Ann Pride.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yes. I'll be performing and hosting, and the Illustrious Blacks are the headliner.
Awesome.
So sick.
So fun.
And the cut is awesome.
Yeah, that venue is amazing.
Yeah, I was telling Diane, it's just awesome. Very cool.
Well, thank
Well, how are
Yes.
you feeling about your reading?
I was just gonna
Oh,
check
it was
in.
everything I
Yes.
wanted
Feedback?
and more.
Awesome.
I don't know. Every time I go into a reading, I'm like, oh no. Oh no. But then literally every reading I've ever had has been a similar reading to this.
I mean, you're going places, right?
Yeah.
That is, especially with all of the journey. And you started with a beautiful, the sun shining too. There's a connection to like your inner spirit. And right now it's like work. We're shaking things up. Things are kind of scary because we're changing. But moving forward, I think you're gonna find like a really beautiful place to land on. That is, it's just going to feel very safe and comfortable. And you're not gonna feel like, oh, I gotta go rush into all this stuff. It's gonna be at your own pace. Yeah, which is hard to say in America.
Oh yeah. Oh my
We're like,
goodness,
go,
right
go,
now.
go. Yeah.
So when you're interpreting tarot, if you want to get a little political, then
Yeah.
like how might the figures change
Yes.
for the time, or like the
Absolutely.
history and the place we are right now? Because I don't know, you did such a good job relating it to us. I'm just curious how you see it, like the figures themselves,
Yes.
and how they might change for the viewer, me as like a gay drag queen,
Absolutely.
like how you might see the figures. I don't know.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that there's a lot of depending from person to person, because I will say that even my deck, like there are some shades of different skin colors, but it's more, Caucasian inspired, at least this deck in particular. There's some tan people, but there's like no African American or anything like that. So I sometimes think of like, I need to get like a better inclusive deck as well. Like I love the queer tarot deck. It's so colorful and like fabulous. But in terms of the androgyny that comes with it, which I think that Pamela Coleman Smith with the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, she really kind of did a lot of decks a service by creating the characters in a very androgynous way. Like even the kings and queens, they could be female or male, depending on which way you're feeling inspired to look at it. Even the emperor has, or the Hierophant has like some feminine qualities as well. So it does kind of shift, especially, when we're looking at even the transformation of this card right here, where it's like the Seven of Pentacles becoming the Nine of Pentacles, that's that masculine energy. And then we're flowing into that feeling of, okay, we're a little bit softer here, and there's a little bit more peace with this very beautiful feminine creature such as yourself. So hopefully that kind of answered a little bit of it. But it really, it's all in the eye of the beholder at the end of the day. I really do feel that.
And I like how you're when you are channeling this, that when you're talking about masculinity and femininity, it's in a way that is more true to energy than it is about like our like structural societal understanding of feminine and masculine in that
Do
way.
my best with that, yeah.
Because it can feel so rigid when we're talking about femininity and masculinity that during a reading you're like, okay, being dropped into your masculine energy, what does that mean in 2026? You know what I mean? Like, it's so divisive in that way. So when we're talking about tarot, it's really interesting to hear the language switch.
There's so many different levels of it too, because even with the masculine feminine thing too, I almost tend to focus more of it like in the mind,
Yeah.
like the way we're taught, especially with like Carl Jung. I love the work of Carl Jung. He wrote a lot about archetypes, even related to the tarot. It's his book Man and Symbols is like just magnificent. But so there is this. Oh my gosh, I just lost my train of thought because I started talking about Carl Jung. Remind me what the
Just like just how language can change like how we're talking about masculinity and femininity
Yes, okay,
in
thank you,
readings.
thank
Yeah,
you. Coming back to the ego or the conscious mind being more masculine, and then the intuitive or the subconscious mind being more feminine too. And then how do they connect with source as well? So, and we all have that. We all have our inner king and queens. I love saying that. Our typically like in energy work, the left side of the body is seen as the feminine, where we're receiving with this, and then the right side of the body is the masculine, where we're kind of taking action or releasing as well. So there's so many ways to look at it though, because even myself, I feel like I've been so many different people. Like when I was a kid, I was very tomboy, and now I'm kind of more of my like, I'm in my divine goddess era, you know? So yeah, and there might be other phases for me along that too. But it's all in the moment and really feeling what feels right in your heart.
Yeah.
And no one can really take that from you, which I think is important. Yeah.
Is there anything in your practice that you're interested in like dropping into more? You're like, I don't know a lot about this and I'd like to dive deeper into my practice into that.
Yes.
The Reiki level 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reiki level
Oh, I'd
2.
love to become a master.
On the way to level 3.
Absolutely.
Right.
Actually, lately I've been learning a lot about herbalism.
Okay.
Yes, and like different herbs for different things. Yeah.
Now some people would just call that witchcraft.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
In that
Yep,
way, right?
absolutely. Yeah.
And is there like, well, obviously there's crossover between like witchcraft, herbalism, and all the stuff that
Absolutely.
we're talking about.
Yes, because really, I mean, I've always kind of been like a kid in the candy shop, especially when I was about like 22, when I was like, I'm in the spiritual world now. I need all the crystals. I was like Pokemon. I had to collect them all.
Yeah.
And then all of the tarot decks and like angel numbers and all all that fun stuff. The spirit of I love nature, and the spirit of the plants that lives in the herbs, especially like just creating your own tea with nettle, it's just, or holy basil, tulsi. It's like there's so many wonderful things that I don't feel like we should be taught it in school, that type of thing.
For sure.
So that's kind of what I've been just personally lately been like really into. But then it like goes back to like about a few months ago, well, over the summer, I was getting really into like learning about the Golden Dawn and like all of the characters, which is where Pamela Coleman Smith, the artist of the Rider-Waite deck, and Arthur E. Waite, they connected through that. But there's all this like really interesting history that goes along with that too, which I think it's good to like know traditions, but then like kind of take with it and kind of make it all your own, which is
That's so
yes.
cool.
Yes.
So what would you say for someone that's like, I guess like a non-believer is like the way that I think about it. Like in the way that I know I have some like overtly logical friends that are like, this is based in something completely spatial that I can't picture or drop into.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just walking about the world as some guy too. So like, I don't have all of the answers either. But what would you say for someone that's like, I guess like not open to it? What are some of the like small ways that we can start parallel playing as far as like, okay, yeah, you may not believe now, but you may be participating in this every day without realizing it. And I think about that with like superstition, right? There are some people that are superstitious that don't believe in tarot. And it's like, how
Friday
can you
the 13th
believe?
too.
I know, it's Friday the 13th.
Yes.
And so like people who are superstitious and don't believe in tarot, I'm kind of like, there's so many elements of spirituality in both.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes.
I don't know. What would you?
It's a great question because even Friday the 13th is such a great thing.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
here in America, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like a cult day. But in Italy, it's like 13's the luckiest number ever. So my dad always told me like, oh, it's a lucky day. Like there's nothing to be worried about. But so when it comes to skeptics or people that might just not be drawn to it, like I'm never going to be here to change anyone's mind. I'm just here to kind of be in it and show this is what it could be about. And especially, you know, with the religious background, like, I think sometimes even when I use the terminology like, oh, I'm a light witch or like stuff like that, like, I think some people might immediately think like, oh, she must hate Jesus, when like, I love Jesus. Like, I love sitting with that energy so much. Mother Mary is like such an amazing loving presence also to call upon. But then I also love working with like Ganesha, the Hindu god of removing obstacles, you know? So it really, at this point, I think that what I would mainly say is to encourage what feels right in your heart. You know, if it resonates and it's like, ooh, this brings me like some sunshine to my life. Oh my gosh, we got to explore it. But if there are elements, you know, especially like, I'm so glad we got to talk about the devil card, because that is it's really, it can hinder someone from being like, I don't want to do anything that's lower energy or satanic or demonic or any of that. When it's really, like I said before, it's in the eye of the beholder. There are readers that bring in all of those concepts too. But then if, you know, if someone's like, for instance, maybe someone's Jewish, so they're going to bring some of their Kabbalah symbolism into the reading and discernment of what the messages can mean. But there's so many ways to do it, especially in this day and age. And that's why I love doing the Tarot Talk workshops, because it's all ages, especially at the Salisbury Library. It's all ages and any level of experience. You don't even need to know what any card looks like. It's just the interest that kind of draws everyone together. And I've even had, it was actually great. There was one time where it was like the grandmothers on both sides, the mom and dad, and then all the kids came, and it was like a family affair, you know? So
That's so cool.
Yeah. I try to create it to be accessible. And even in terms of spirituality, I'm not always so focused. I know like there's cards like the Temperance card where like, yeah, I'll end up talking about angels, but there's also a very like psychoanalytical perspective that could be seen with any of the cards, where we don't have to talk about God or universe or angels at all. You know, it's really just about the archetypes at hand, or like what does earth energy mean to you, or what does water, you know, that the fluidity or the security of the earth.
And so it's data, right? Like the way I think about it sometimes, with if there's someone that doesn't believe, if they're getting a reading, it's still data, right? Like you're getting information of like, that doesn't feel right for me, and that's still information, like, and that you may not have been thinking about beforehand,
right?
Like if you were like, yeah, I see, like, you know, you may feel a little blocked, and they're like, I don't feel blocked at all, actually. And it's like, look at that then. Like, you know, like that's information that you have that you didn't have before, that you may not have been thinking about.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah, no, it's super cool.
I'm definitely not a gatekeeper of it, you know, because I do think there's some traditionalists that might feel like, oh, like, you don't know what the origin of, or whatever, like there's so much information that goes with it that I think it's great to know like the backstory and the history. But in this day and age, and especially because there's so many different decks out there, like I have a goddess deck where it's just all goddesses, and that brings in a whole different vibe too, because we're talking more about like, what are the archetypes of this certain goddess, instead of maybe more of like, what does the Seven of Pentacles mean? But that's, I don't know, I think that's what makes it fun. I mean, especially even just in the last 10 years, the explosion that has happened in the mystic world, not just with tarot books, but like the crystal books and all of it. Like, it's just so much more information, so many beautiful voices, so much like excitement around it too. And a lot of new takes that it's just kind of like pancaking. It's like sandwiching it all on top of each other, and we're just building with it. You know, it's not right or wrong. It's really, does it feel right to you? And if it doesn't, throw it out the window.
I need more of that energy in my life.
Throw it out the window.
Oh yes, you got to.
That's very forward. Death becomes. Is it Death Becomes Her?
Death Becomes Her. Yeah.
That's
Take
very,
my potion.
Yes. What a good.
Throw
movie.
it down the stairs.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having
Your
me.
energy has been so, I don't know, therapeutic.
Oh,
almost.
thank
and
you for
I
saying
always
that.
love reading tarot just because it gives me a chance to like reflect and
Yes.
I don't know, build up my energy moving forward. So
Absolutely. Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you both. Yeah, this was a
make
lot
sure
of
to
fun.
follow the Tarot Collective.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then before
touch.
Is that good? I don't want to block all this beauty and these big luscious lips I drew on today. I was like, whoa,
neck.
these lips are huge. Aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Huge. We could start while I'm just like seductively putting my nails on.
And only on the nails.
Thank you. I realized I had these. I've never worn them. I don't want to get read by other drag queens for not having nails.